This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. It's so great to have you joining me here in these online lessons. In this video, I'm going to go over another strumming pattern that works well for 4/4 time that uses a bass note pluck and an alternate bass note pluck right in there with that strumming. So in the last video, I introduced how that works. Here we've got another strumming pattern that is super fun to do with this same sort of thing. So I'm going to go over this strumming pattern. We'll work on it together. We'll jam with the band using this some. So we'll get lots of practice. It's going to be great. This video accompanies lesson 14 from my Chords and Harmony Books 1 and 2 method book. In the book, we're going to be on pages 88 and 89 with this video. This is strumming pattern letter R at the bottom there of page 88. Okay, so right with this strumming pattern, we've got a bass note pluck, then a down up on beat 2, alternate bass note pluck, and then a down up strum on beat 4. So I'll just demonstrate with a G chord. We'd have bass, down, up, alternate, down, up, bass, down, up. So that's how that's going to sound. Pretty cool. In the last video, I explained this in greater detail, so if the little review I do here isn't enough and you haven't seen that one, then you want to check that out. So with the bass note pluck, we're plucking the lowest note of the chord. Generally, we do this sort of thing in first position with our first position chords. Usually, almost always in this style, if not always, it's the root note of the chord, the pitch that the chord is named for. So with any type of D chord, we're using that open 4th string. Any type of A chord, A7, A minor, we're using that open 5th string because that's an A. And then any type of E chord, we're using that low 6th string because that's an E. Then any other chord that we play there in first position, it's the lowest string that we put a finger on. So G, that's the 6th string, C, that's the 5th string, F, that's the 4th string, B7, that's the 5th string, that sort of thing. Then we've learned that with any of the chords, all of the chords, we can go from that bass note to a higher string for an alternate bass note, and we can do that with the next string for all the chords that we play in first position. So for G, that's going 6th string to 5th string. Or for a C, that's 5th string to 4th string. I should use this strumming pattern. For an E, that's 6th string to 5th string. B7, 5th string to 4th string. Sometimes, depending on the chord, we're alternating to the 3rd of the chord, and other times we're alternating to the 5th. It just depends on what voicing that we are playing. And there on page 89, you've got diagrams that explain all that. Now, we've also learned that with the G chord, and this is the only one that we do it with, we're going to skip over. We can skip over from the 6th string to the 4th string. So we can go 6th string to 4th string for a root to 5th alteration. That chord we do that with because it's the only way we can actually get to the 5th of the chord, and a lot of times the 5th is preferred over the 3rd. The 3rd is liked in different contexts just for certain sounds that we sometimes want. So we've got that there. With the G chord, we can go low 6th to the 4th for the root to the 5th, or 6th to the 3rd for root to the 5th string, I should say, going root to the 3rd of the chord. Now, with all the chords that have their root note on the 5th string or the 4th string, we can also go to a lower version. So with an A chord, for example, we got the open 5th string, we can go down to the open 6th string. It always works in parallel movement. So if we're going from an open string, we're going to go down to an open string. 4th string to 5th string. So like a D chord, it works just like that. When we have a finger on that lowest note, we have to move the fingers. So like B7, 2nd fret of the 5th string, I have to move it 2nd fret to the 2nd fret of the 6th string. You go back and forth, moving that finger. Pretty cool. With C, I can do the same thing. And then with G, or with F, I can do the same thing. Sorry. So let's just warm up a little bit here, just using the G chord, the C chord, and the D7. I'm going to show you the ways that we're going to be jamming together. We're going to be playing number 7, jamming together on that one, but I'm going to demonstrate the 2 different ways we're going to play it. So the first time that we do it, we'll go from the low root to a higher alternate bass. So if we use G, C, and D7 and we do this once per measure, that means I'm going to move with the G chord from 6th string to the 5th string in the alternating bass. From C, I'm going to go 5th string to 4th string. From D7, I'm going to go 4th string to 3rd string. So it'll sound just like this. 1, 2, ready, and... like that. And so that's the way we're going to do the first time through on number 7, and it'll happen at a slower tempo and a faster tempo. And then the next time we're going to go from higher to lower. So if I did like C, F, and G7 as a demonstration, I take my C chord and I'm going to go lower, higher one to the lower one, F higher to lower. And then when I get to the G or the G7, because I don't have that option, I'm going to go up to that 4th string. So I'm going to skip up to that 4th string for the G or G7 when we play these. So that would sound like 1, 2, ready, and C, F, G7, and C. There's also a fun little ending thrown on with these, which you'll kind of just have to pick up as it's a little bit improvised. But when we're playing these, you'll sort of hopefully catch that. So that was an explanation and demonstration on those ones. Let me show it one more time, only this time with the A chord, D chord, and E7. So with the A chord, going lower to higher, I'm going to go 5th string to the 4th string. D, I'm going to go 4th string to 3rd string. And E7, I'm going to go 6th string to 5th string. So 1, 2, ready, and... there as well. So that's how we'll do the lower to higher option, and then if we go higher to lower, we would have the 5th string to the 6th string for the A, 4th string to the 5th string for the D, and then we still just have to do a 6th string to 5th string for the E7. So 1, 2, ready, and... Now on a couple of those, it might not have sounded quite accurate. Sometimes you catch more than one string. This is a challenging thing to do. Sometimes we do catch a different string than we intend to, so don't beat yourself up too much. Try to get it as accurate as you can, but sometimes you get a different note happening in there. But all the notes work, so that's what's great about it. Alright, so we're going to play number 7. We're going to play it first when we're working on the lower bass note to a higher alternate bass. Each one of these measures is going to be stretched into 2. So this strumming pattern is going to be inserted twice per measure as written there with number 7 on page 89. So you get a little bit more practice with each of the chords. So we'll go through lower root to higher alternate bass the first time, and of course it's going to happen at a slower tempo and then a faster time. A faster tempo, and then we'll do it again, only the chords that we're able to do this with will take the higher root note to a lower alternate bass note, higher bass to a lower alternate bass, and with that one, with the G chord, we'll skip over from that 6th string to the 4th string. So it's going to be super fun. That one will happen twice as well. Let's go ahead and jam together. Alright, I hope you were having fun with this. I love playing this kind of rhythm guitar. It's so driving and fun. Now, in the next videos, we're going to look at how we can insert walking bass lines between the chord changes. So, taking a chord and walking up to the next chord, which is going to be a lot of fun. So, keep at it, have fun, take care, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And be sure to check out more great content. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.